Hello learners. Now we need to explore what edit type is. Okay. So if I select any wall, for example, if I just select this wall and go to edit type, so I get this kind of interface or a new window pops up as you can see here. So the family name is basic wall, as you can see here, basic wall. And there are types, like by mistake, I've changed this one. So this is 125 BWK. So this one, okay. So you can just change the type from here, or you can just change the type as we have done over here. Okay, you can replace the wall from one type to another type. So I'll go back to edit type again. So this is what the type looks like. This is the wall family, basic wall, and this is the type of wall that we are using. So you can just see this over here as well. Okay. So here are few of the parameters that are present, and please note that these parameters are type parameters. So when you make any changes here, those changes would be reflected to all the walls which are of this particular type. Okay. Shortly we'll see what changes and what not changes on using this. Okay. So let's move ahead. Like you can see, there is structure here. So when you just click on the edit here, and you can see there is a preview here. Like this is typically showing a floor plan, and if you want to see the sectional view of the wall, you can see here as well. Okay, for now the structure is okay, or you can just cancel the preview by clicking here. So for now let's keep it. Okay, so there is a single layer here, as you can see, that is of brick. The material is given is brick. So if you want to change the uh, structure here, you can just select from the drop down and you can select this. And if you want similarly to change the material, you can select from this list. You just need to click on the three dots here, and by using that you can assign any material to your particular layer. So this 1 2 3 4 5, like one is this structure, second is the substrate, third is the air layer or thermal layer, 4 and 5 are finish 1 and finish 2 respectively. So these are the layers or the functions that are assigned to a layer in Revit. Okay, so the core should be structure, and it's assigned a brick uh, material, and you can see the thickness here is 215 mm. Okay, if you need any other layers to be present in the wall structure or the wall assembly, you can even add those. Okay, so to add any layer, you just need to select or click on the insert here. On clicking insert, you can shift this up. I want one layer to be present on the exterior side and one layer to be present on interior side. You can see here the up end shows the exterior side and the bottom shows the interior side. So the layers that are above the like the structure one or the core boundary here, those are the exterior side layers, and those below are the interior side layers. Okay, so I'll assign it a finish, like finish 2, and I'll assign a category of maybe a plaster, like gypsum wall board. Okay, for example, just hit okay, and please mention the thickness for it, like it's 12 or 15 mm rather. And similarly, like you can notice the change. Previously there was only a single layer, now we can see there is an additional layer present, that is of gypsum. Okay, similarly we'll add another layer, and it goes to the interior part. So I'll just make it as finish, and I'll assign another uh, material to it. Like for example, I just give it a fiberglass bat. Note that this is just for an example purpose, so let's not worry about the material assignment. Okay, and I will assign this as well as this 15 mm as well, and hit okay. So then you can see there are two layers that we have added in the wall assembly. So we are basically editing this voltage, and there you go. We have created a new wall containing two layers at the interior and exterior part, and the overall thickness now changed to 245 mm. So we need to rename the type of the wall. Previously it's 215 mm. Now we just need to be kept at 245 mm. Okay, so press OK, and a wall type is created. Now click on duplicate and give it a name as 245. Okay, and if you want the fill pattern, you can give it anything like fill pattern. If you want to give any color to it, like you can basically give it. So these are few of the other extra parameters that are used for data model, like for data analysis or identity of data, as the name suggests. So if you want to specify the model of the assembly or the manufacturer who provides you the wall assembly, if you want to mention the URL of their website, the description of this wall assembly, the assembly code, mark, etc. can be filled here as per your requirement. Okay, and click OK. So you can see our wall is modified. We have outer layer of gypsum and an interior layer of glass wool, I think. Yeah. So in this way, we can have wall of any type as per your preference. So now let's have a look at what or how the types differ. So I'll just take example of this wall. So yes, to create similar, or if you want the wall, this type of wall to be created again, right click and you just need to select create similar. The shortcut for is press CS. Okay. So I'll just have a couple of short walls here of the same type. Like we will have 4 walls. Okay. So if I like in order to understand how the edit type works, now if I need another wall of 245 but I don't want any of these layers. So what I will do, I will just go back and select the 215 wherein there were no layers present, but we haven't changed or like we haven't saved the duplicated the type of the wall earlier. So we are observing these kind of changes in 215 as well. So in order to change it back, we'll just delete the extra layers and hit OK. Okay. So this is our plain exterior 215 wall, and these are the walls that are 245 walls with 2 layers, one at the interior end and one at the exterior face. Okay. So if I want these 215 wall to be changed as 245 or in multiples of 50, anything, so we can have it as well. So for now, all these 4 walls are of 245 sorry, 215 like you can see here. Okay, these all walls are 215 but if I go to edit type and I edit the structure, and instead of doing a duplicate, like just go back whenever you need any changes to any type of wall, it's better to duplicate the wall first and then make changes. Why? Just see. So if I just change this value without duplicating it, so for example I just do it 250 and hit OK, the name is 215 but the thickness here I have put is 250. So wherever there are these walls used, like 215 wall, those are now turned into 250 rather than 215 Okay. So this is what the type parameter works. I have, like you can see, I have just made change into this particular wall, but same changes are being reflected in all of these walls. This is because I have changed or modified the type parameters. Okay. So if I go back and if I change it back to 215 and hit OK, apply, OK. Now we can see I have changed this one, but all these 4 walls are changed it back into 215 thickness. This is because of the type parameters. So if you want any other uh, wall type or any of wall thickness, just better make a copy of it here and go to edit type, duplicate it first and mention a thickness by which means which thickness is desired for you. And if you want an example of 300 just hit 300 here. Okay. And make sure you are adding the thickness as per your requirement. I don't want any layers to be present here, just a plain thickness, core thickness of 300 So I just enter a value of 300 here. Okay. And okay. Now we can see here there is a new type of wall created, that is 300 exterior. So these are different types of wall. Any changes into particular type will be executed in all the elements of similar type. So if I make any changes in 215 wall thickness, all the elements would be reflected to that particular change. And this won't change or make any change into this type of wall, as it's a different type of wall and it's different type of wall. Okay. So in this way, you can create wall of any thickness, any layer, and you can assign any material to it as per your requirements. So let's delete this and go back to this wall. So when you check in 3D, this wall is a particular straight, like particularly a straight wall with no ununiform, like you can say view or shape. Okay. So if you want your wall to be present in any shape, you can edit the profile. Like whenever you select the wall, you can see edit profile is been highlighted under the modify tabs. Okay. So you can just click on edit profile and you can give any desired shape to this one. Okay, and make sure this pink line is in the form of loop. So there are no overlapping. Just you need to trim all these pink lines and make sure you are forming a loop instead of overlaps. So I'll just delete this one. And this is what my non-uniform shape looks like. Then hit OK. So we have a wall looking something like this. That's a non-uniform shape. Okay. If you want to re-edit or get it back into its original shape, then you need to select the element and hit reset profile. So on hitting reset, the wall would return to its original form. And if you want to edit the shape again, then you go to edit profile and you can see these pink lines. This reflects the original rectangular boundary of the wall. So if you want any shape, you can assign to it. Hit OK and make sure you trim all the corners and form a loop. And hit OK when you are satisfied with the shape you want, and your non-uniform looks something like this. Okay, so that's it regarding the walls in Revit. Hope you enjoyed learning. Keep learning. Thank you. See you in the next lecture. Bye.